As we were getting ready to renovate the stadium and upgrade, one of the things we wanted to do is highlight not only Denver Broncos history and the history of our team, we also really wanted to highlight Denver. And part of that is bringing in our local artists and artisans around Denver and around Colorado.
I really love the idea of murals and street art and just anything in the public, mainly because that artwork can communicate a message.
One of the things that I love about football is it really brings people together across all kinds of differences. And I think art does the same thing.
Having artwork in the space is one of those areas where we can enhance the fan experience.
When you come to a city like Denver and you get a small taste of what the Denver Broncos are, I mean, I've never witnessed a level of fandom like this, just to see the way everybody sort of engages with each other.
It's a lot more of a community atmosphere when it comes to the Broncos. You know, it's a part of the culture out here.
It's become this very contagious feeling of pride and joy that I think I just couldn't escape. And so I think I'm proud to say I'm a Broncos girl.
We have so many great fans who come from all over Broncos Country. It's really nice for people to be able to come in and to see Colorado and Denver brought out in different ways.
It's pretty surreal, but also an honor when, you know, you have this opportunity to share what you love to do with 80,000 fans.
Part of it was really looking at how do we bring in the diversity of styles of art. We have great muralists who are in the stadium now on the main concourse, and they have very different styles and how they paint, what their backgrounds are, really making sure that we represent all of the different flavors of art in Colorado.
What I love about murals is just the connection to people. Once you're done making it, it's kind of belongs to the community and it becomes a landmark. It's amazing the way it kind of takes on its own life.
There's something about public art, you don't really know who's gonna run into it and who's gonna engage with it. And I also feel like by doing murals, I'm doing my part in the community and in the city that I live in.
We're really excited for the murals and the different pieces of art that we have so far.
This overarching project is really neat that the club, the administration, and the new ownership organized to have a lot of us as local creatives bring a lot of what people see on the streets and on walls and different bars and restaurants and breweries and stuff like into the stadium.
I think it's absolutely incredible that they're supporting local artists and local community members. It really brings art to the masses, which I think is very commendable.
You walk around the stadium, it feels like you're walking down, you know, a city street and seeing a lot of this artwork.
I like the public nature of it. It starts to bring community together and it becomes more about community building than just about the paint on the wall.
It also, I think, gives people hope that you can think big, you can do big things, and you can create something out of nothing.
The Broncos really are just a community asset is the way that we think of the team. Colorado, and I think Denver as well, really is a melting pot. And to have all of those different backgrounds represented in the art, we really want to be giving back to our community in a much more broad way.
Every piece is hand done, every piece is by a different artist, every piece is really, really unique.
The inspiration for the artwork in this stadium really is just the long legacy of fans and the beautiful relationship that exists with generations of Broncos athletes that really just create a pulse of pride and excitement in the city of Denver. You know, this city really does bleed orange and blue, and so I wanted to sort of capture the pulse of that and some of the legacy of that in my work.
I made two murals. The first one, I call it El Bronco. What I found inspiration is to try to pay a visual homage to what the logo represents, like the fierceness and the speed and the boldness of it. For the second mural, I took much more inspiration from where the Broncos are and all the things around, like nature, the cityscape.
We love the colors, that it brightens up the environment.
An amazing variety of orange and blue that connects to the history of the Broncos, different iterations with its color and style and logos.
I love Bucky on top of the mountains. It's great to see him out in the wild.
It's a typographical piece. It spells out Broncos, so it's kind of hits you over the head as far as like its intent. And the inside of it, we really wanted to tie in how the Broncos organization ties in with the city of Denver and Colorado as a whole. So we really put in iconic imagery from the Broncos and from the city and from the state.
You know, we threw in red rocks and some of the old Broncos logos and mountains and just things that people that live here will really identify with, and even people that are visiting will kind of identify with.
I thought a lot about what Broncos Country means. It's like the immediate moments of like the turf and that 50-yard line and those field goals and the end zones, and then the energy of the fans. The pathway of the whole piece leads into the heart, because everything from a fan to the owners to the players themselves, it's got to come from your heart.
For me, it was super, super fun just to be able to, say, hey, they want me to do a Hall of Fame piece. How do I do this in an abstract way? But still also make sure when people walk by, they say, oh, that's John Lynch. Oh, that's Peyton Manning. Oh, that's DeMarcus Ware, and really feel joyful about it, even though it's really abstract as well.
We had great feedback from fans. It's really nice for people to be able to come in and to see Colorado and Denver brought out in different ways in our stadium.